What's up guys, Phantom here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're taking the time machine out of the closet, dusting it off, setting the clock back 17 years and taking a deep dive into the year 2009. Forget about what your Uncle Tommy says about the 1980s or the 1990s. The 2000s were the last truly good decade before everything in life went well. We're going through a year that was absolutely stacked with bangers. I'm talking about gaming, pop culture, film, animation, etc. Quick disclaimer here though, we're keeping the energy purely positive. We're only talking about games, movies, things of that nature. If you come here for a history lesson on politics in the 2000s, well then, you really clicked on the wrong video. You can try to start an argument in the comments if you want to, but I don't really talk about that here unless it's really important. 2009 was really a sweet spot where tech was great but wasn't running our lives. Social media was fun and the culture, mwah. So grab your Mountain Dew and Doritos and let's dive into the glory days. Me myself, I was really more of a Dr. Pepper and a barbecue chips type of guy. Anyway. Okay, let's touch some grass for a second, leave the house, because 2009 wasn't just about fun on the couch, it was about fun at the box office. And the king of the box office this year was James Cameron's Avatar. You can debate the script all you want, but when you saw this thing in 3D for the first time, it was like a tech demo for the future. You were in literal Pandora. It was a cultural event and everybody was running in the theater just to be wowed by blue naked pixels. Switching gears, we could talk about the movies that just, hit you right in the feels. Pixar gave us Up, you know the drill. First 10 minutes, an absolute emotional atomic bomb in its highest form of emotional damage, and then perfectly balances the deep stuff with pure joy. On the other side, we had Tarantino's epic Inglourious Basterds and Catherine Bigelow's Oscar-winning The Hurt Locker. It was a year whether you wanted groundbreaking visual effects, crying in a theater, or a tense, mature experience. You got it. Good stuff. Now, there's one thing that truly defines a year, it's the music, and let me tell you, 2009's playlist was absolutely bumping. This was a year where pop reigned supreme, hip-hop and R&B were still at creative highs, and rock still knew how to grab your attention. You literally couldn't escape the Black Eyed Peas' I Got a Feeling, that song that was basically the default setting for every party, highlight reel, and commercial break. It was pure essence of optimism. In pop, you had Lady Gaga, and boy, I love myself some Lady Gaga during that time. She was going absolutely stratospheric with Poker Face, Just Dance, and she was basically glitching the fashion industry and defining the sound of era. Who can forget that infamous performance at the VMAs that year? She had that groundbreaking performance where people even thought she was dying at one point. Meanwhile, Taylor Swift dropped Fearless and suddenly everyone everywhere knew all the words to You Belong With Me. Hip-hop was still redefining itself. Jay-Z dropped The Blueprint 3, huge massive hits like The Empire State of Mind, but the real seed change came from Kid Cudi with The Man on the Moon. That album gave us this moody introspective that influences the entire genre to this day. And for you rockheads, Kings of Leon, absolutely amazing everywhere. Use Somebody. You heard that guitar riff and you knew you were in a stadium anthem. The music was varied, fun, and just powerful that year. Now, this is a topic I love personally because I love sports, and I think 2009 had some of the best times in sports we've ever had. The NBA, we had Kobe getting his redemption arc after getting that embarrassing smack wab of a loss to the Celtics in the 2008 finals. Kobe Bryant came back to the finals this year. He and the Los Angeles Lakers were able to blitz through the Orlando Magic to secure his 4th ring in 10 years. This first time without Shaquille O'Neal. The Mamba mentality was at an all-time high, and it was all about proving himself, and he did exactly just that. Just wish we had, Kobe versus LeBron in the finals. That never happened. The NFL gave us one of the greatest Super Bowl finishes ever. That year, Super Bowl, the Steelers versus the Cardinals. That game had one of the most heart-wrenching, heart attack, back and forth games that we've ever seen. Mr. Holmes making one of his most clutch performances of his life with that touchdown catch. It was the best thing that I've ever seen. Allowed Pittsburgh to grab their 6th ring in a classic. And the MLB, Major League Baseball, it was all about the dynasty returning. The New York Yankees up, loved them or hate them. They returned to the World Series and beat the Phillies, securing their 27th title. It felt like the clock turned back and the Yankees were ruling baseball again. Big names, big moments, huge stakes. In that year's playoffs, 2009 delivered and the Yankees delivered. Now, in my opinion, TV was in its prime in the 2000s, and 2009 wasn't any different. We saw a slight fall off in terms of quality from the late 2000s, but it was still good. Walter White was going full menace in season 2 of Breaking Bad. That show defined water cooler talk every week. And if you weren't into the Myth Empire, you were probably glued to FX watching the intense, high-octane family drama Sons of Anarchy. Modern Family also premiered, dominating the Emmys for years by giving us an intensely relatable, chaotic family. 2009 was also a time where watching anime was still considered weebish, and you used to get bullied at it for watching it, especially if you were in school. I personally had so much anime to watch in 2009 with shows still in their prime, such as Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z Kai actually debuted that year. But at the same time, we had new content such as Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, Spice and Wolf, Fairy Tail, and more. 2009 TV was just stacked full of shows that we're still obsessed with today, one of which Chowder, The Simpsons, SpongeBob, and more. It was still a highly respected genre at the time. Last but not least, 2009 wasn't just a good year, it was arguably the best year that solidified the modern console area for gaming. The sheer volume of AAA heaters that dropped that year, that was insane. Naughty Dog broke the scale with Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. This wasn't just a game, it was a playable action movie. The set pieces, the climbing, the one-liners from Nathan Drake. It's no wonder why this thing cleaned up every single Game of the Year award. It was the benchmark. You had other cinematic masterpiece games such as Assassin's Creed 2. They took the first game's potential, injected it with Resistance, gave us the coolest protagonist ever in Enzo, and boom, instant generational classic. On top of that, we're talking about games that revolutionized gaming, such as Bayonetta, which I actually just finished recently because unfortunately I was too little to play that game back in 2009 because I was 10 years old. But anyway, Bayonetta, Batman Arkham Asylum, Borderlands, Minecraft, Infamous. Shall I continue? But we all know the real hours were dumped into multiplayer, and guys, Modern Warfare 2 dropped. Forget what you know now. This was peak Call of Duty chaos. We're talking about 3-second lobbies, everybody spamming NewTube with one-man army, quip scoping on Skid Row, and an absolute panic of hearing the tactical nuke siren going off. Not only did people have Modern Warfare 2, but they had other first-person shooter games such as Battlefield Bad Company 2. Yeah, Battlefield Bad Company 2, like, remember when Battlefield was good? Killzone was another one of my favorite first-person shooter games, and the best one of the series, Killzone 2, came out that year. And as for the co-op kings, we had an adrenaline rush of fighting off a horde of zombies with your buddies. Left 4 Dead 2. It was perfection. And who cannot forget the most important gaming videos on YouTube in itself? The montages of people throwing up fan-made concepts of the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox 720 at the time. Yeah, gaming was just different that year. So there you have it. 2009. That was a year of pure entertainment, and it was amazing. The nostalgia was potent and the culture was fun. I felt like everything was running at max settings. It really was the year to be alive, right? I want to know what was your favorite memory was 2009 was. Was it from Modern Warfare 2, getting that tactical nuke? Was it watching the NBA and having the Celtics, the Lakers, the Magic, the Cavs go at it? Or was it maybe blasting that great music that was on the radio during that time and the lack of cell phones and sight and whatnot? If you enjoyed that trip down the memory lane, smash the like button and subscribe. You don't want to miss the next nostalgia deep dive. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. You've been your boy Phantom. Peace. Hey guys, now that the main portion of the video is done, I just wanted to hop on here and give a massive thank you to every single one of you. Seriously, seeing the support for the channel, the likes, the comments, the new subs, it blows my mind every single day. It genuinely makes all the late night grinding worth it. You guys are the best community, period. And since Thanksgiving just wrapped up, I really hope you all had an amazing holiday. Got to spend time with some family, maybe a few extra hours of gaming in. I'm just hoping you guys didn't eat too much turkey to the point where you're currently moving at 1 frame per second. It's okay. We've all been there. Again, I thank you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your week. And if I don't speak before you again soon, then I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas as well. Thank you guys.